Isn't it nice to see old things turned into new? Catch you inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're all well in these testing times. So a bit of a late afternoon ride here for me in this glorious sunshine. It's turned out to be a fantastic day. Really foggy starts, cold starts, but beautiful in the afternoon. Go figure. Anyway, on my ride in to work, 'cause I'm on a night shift tonight, I actually came across a new roadside cafe. Now, I'd seen it for the last 2 or 3 weeks, but I hadn't realised whether it was open or not, or whether it was open every day. Anyway, as I was riding by, I saw there was a little neon sign open in the window. I thought, oh, I'll pop in. And what a little delight it was. It's an old converted pub that they've turned into a cafe with a kind of Swedish, Scandinavian, Danish feel. Kind of reminded me of an old pub that I used to go to in Copenhagen many years ago. If you're from that era, over 30 years ago, Krosnapolskis. Know what I mean? Now, the thing is about this cafe that it's placed itself in a pub that's been left abandoned, well, unused for many years now, and it's on a stretch of road between, well, in Oxfordshire, South Oxfordshire, where I kind of frequent, as it were, in between Henley and another biker cafe, the H Cafe, which is quite a few miles down the road towards Oxford. And this is something nestled about halfway between a little village called Nuffield, and it's a bit of a nowhere place, as it were. You know, it's nobody stops there, you just keep on driving through. But it's nice that there's a pub there that was a pub, and I think they've tried to open it a couple of times and it's always failed, but now they've tried to turn it into a cafe, and let's see what attention it brings. Let's see how many bikers stop there. Let's see how many even know it's open, and is it the kind of place that you'd want to go? The kind of place I'd go to, definitely. But would you go there? That's the thing, because it's not your quintessential biker cafe at all. It's just like a normal cafe, as I say, with a kind of Scandinavian feel to it, in an old English pub. It's got a beer garden or a cafe garden, whatever you want to call it, and it's got some nice little signage outside now. It's, you know, it's a quaint little country cafe, I suppose, roadside cafe. Now, I've no idea if it's going to be a success, and I have no idea how long it's going to last there. I did overhear them saying that they're open every day from 9 AM to 4 PM, kind of standard cafe hours. It's got decent parking out the front. It's nice to look at, you know, if that's your kind of thing, architecturally. It's just nice that people are taking old things and making new of them. We've been doing that in the automotive world, the bike world, for years, haven't we? Taking old things and trying to make them new, or reuse them, or refashion things. People do it with houses, with all sorts of things, don't you? So you're doing it with businesses and kick-starting again after the whole world went to hell. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. There's a whole murder of crows just flying that way. So you kind of wonder what's over there. Not a lot, just beautiful countryside, so it seems. Interestingly, a couple of weeks ago, I went to ride out to a couple of biker cafes, which I know, which I once knew, and they were closed down. Now, I don't know if they're going to reopen. I don't know if they were just on limited hours or whatever. Some have been open all the way through, or struggling to stay open all the way through. I think as more and more people have got out over the last year or so, they've all started to come back to life a little bit. It'd be interesting to see what kind of new businesses reopen, or cafes or biker hangouts open. I've always had an idea for a bike hangout place, or a biking hangout place, and I kind of mentioned it on the channel before, but it's the cost thing. It's still at the back of my mind what I would like to do, what I would like to have, like a place that you could just come and just chill out, get a coffee if you want to. More like a lounge cafe type place, but for bikers. Well, for anybody really, it doesn't have to be bikers, but with a motorcycle theme. But it's also a workshop, but it's also a studio as well. So that's always at the back of my mind. Whether it'll ever happen or not, who knows? It's nice to dream, don't you think? Anyway, I just thought I'd bring that to you, you know. Nice little coffee that I had there, lovely. Nice little Americano. And they brought the milk out in a lovely little miniature milk bottle, glass milk bottle. I thought it was a nice touch. Anyway, so if you ever come across that cafe, pop in, say hello, and don't tell them I sent you, because I didn't introduce myself either. I just got my coffee and sat in the corner and, well, drank my coffee, really. That's all I did. But anyway, I just think it's nice to find new places, really, and sometimes not necessarily biker places or biker hangout places can actually be pretty cool places to go, I think. Anyway, let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, like and share. Check out the website at RevelatorAlf.com. Let us know the places that you go to that are not necessarily biker hangout places. They're not necessarily biker cafes or biker pubs, but they're just really cool places to go. Yeah, do that. Cheers.